One, two, three. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts in the world of streaming and content creation. We're going to be looking outside of the box. I'll try not to make it super generic and think of 5 points that you should be doing as a content creator versus 5 points that you shouldn't be doing as a content creator. Of course, all of these points are subjective. They're what I think and what I've experienced in the last 20 plus months or so as a streamer and as a content creator. And we're going to be outlining them each point by point, talking about each one and kind of explaining my thought process behind each one. Point number 1 for the do's of streaming and content creating is to work smarter and not harder. Time management is absolutely key in everything that you do. You could be putting many more hours into something but still not achieve any results. And the reason behind that is because you're not focusing on your positives and the things that do well, but yet trying to post out generic stuff or things that you may think that work but aren't actually working. So it's important to split the positives from the negatives, find your biggest strengths and go with them. You'll be so surprised on how much you can do with a proper schedule and proper time management in order to make yourself propel as a streamer and content creator and get your name out there and get to where you want to be to. Point number 2, we are going to be speaking about being yourself and that your audience will be drawn into you one way or another. Personality is absolutely key in everything that you're doing. Whether you're an energetic, upbeat and hype streamer versus somebody who's really chilled but yet engaging and likes to retain their audience and talk to them rather than play the game, there is an audience for you. Obviously, that can also depend on the style of game that you're playing. So if you're an RPG streamer, you may go down the more of the storytelling, chilled route versus, someone who plays FPS games and maybe a little bit more upbeat and energetic when it comes to streams. End of the day, you're your own unique selling point. What you bring to the table is important. Don't try and imitate anybody else. Your personality is what makes you, and I guarantee if you're smart about the way you create your content and how you get your stuff out there, that you can appeal to some form of audience and that you can get to where you want to be to. Next point, we're going to be talking about number 3 in the do's of streaming is to advertise yourself in as many places as possible. This does not include other people's streams, by the way. So extra exposure is absolutely key in the world of content creation. There are thousands and thousands of people, maybe millions of people that are creating content every single day on several platforms. You need to ask yourself, how do I stick out from these other people? Well, firstly, it's getting your name out there in as many places as possible. Social media alone has, places like Twitter, you've got Instagram, Discord, YouTube, Facebook. That's just naming 5 off the bat where you can kind of get your name out there alongside Twitch or whatever it is platform that you're streaming or creating content on. So make sure you maximize that. Don't burn yourself out. Maybe pick just a couple and really focus your time and effort on them. Again, time manage. Have a look at your daily uploads. Maybe vary your content of what you're going to upload. Keep things exciting, but make sure that you stay unique in what you're doing and advertise yourself out there as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, you're your own marketer. You're the one who needs to advertise the content that you're creating. Point number 4 in the do's of streaming is to get out of your comfort zone and get chatting to people. End of the day, we're all doing something similar in one way or another. I get asked a lot of the times that people don't know how to approach other people via direct message, or they just don't know how to start a conversation. A tip and trick that I like to do is have a look through their, for example, their Twitter page, and have a look at their clips that they're posting, or something about their bio, graphics, or anything that I actually like, and just comment on that via a DM as the first message. Say, hey, I really like this is what you've done on your channel. I really like your graphics, or I really like this clip that you posted. Because at the end of the day, you're already taking an interest into someone else's content before you've even got to know them as a person. I guarantee that person will appreciate you a lot more for that, trying to get to know them as a person as well, rather than just you advertising, your stream and everything that you're trying to do and your own ambitions as well. End of the day, see somebody as another person before you see them as a content creator. Eventually, you'll end up down that route on a conversation anyway, and you never know, you might make a friend for life. The last point on the do's for streaming is spending some time to make your stream, panels, graphics, whatever it is, look unique and eye-catching. Again, we spoke about millions of content creators. How do you make yourself stand out? Do you have the graphics to make yourself stand out in this huge world of content that we live in? Do you have the background designs, information, things that people would visually want to see to make yourself stand out in the world of content creation? Arguably it can be very expensive, and I understand that it can take time to get to that kind of level. However, it is very important. And again, if you want to market yourself effectively, being unique and having your own branding goes a long way. It shows professionalism and shows that you are here to stay and that you are here to make a name for yourself as well. Next up, we are going to be moving to the don'ts in the world of streaming and content creation. Now, again, these are subjective and what I truly believe are the top 5 don'ts and what you should not be doing as a streamer/content creator. Firstly, self-promoting and constantly talking about your channel and your achievements in someone else's chat. There's nothing wrong with having a general conversation about streaming. If the streamer/content creator is asking you, how are things going on in your stream? How has your streams been going? Fine, that's great. But what I like to do is then bounce the conversation back to that person that I'm talking to. End of the day, I'm there to support them, their content, find out how they're doing. I don't want to start talking about my channel and my streaming there. I personally feel like it's a little bit rude, and it's not something that I would approach to do it. If somebody in the chat asks me about anything to do with my channel, I can send it easily in a whisper rather than just self-advertising myself there. Again, some people have different viewpoints on that. I just think if I'm going to go watch somebody and take the time to be in someone else's channel, then I want to go there and support that person and see what they're doing and not talk about myself. Number 2 that we're going to be talking about in the things not to do as a streamer is taking other people's success and seeing it as jealousy. This is all mindset, and this is something that I really struggled with when I first started off. I'm super ambitious. I know where I want to be in the world of streaming. However, when you start to see people, grow quicker than you, it can easily rotate your mindset. It can easily lead you down the route of, what am I not doing right? Flip that mindset around and ask yourself, what is that person doing right? What is it that I could be doing better? You should be proud of your friends and peers that are doing well, because they are most likely working really hard to achieve that. And of course, we want to see our friends succeed, because if our friends succeed, then there's more chance for us to succeed as well. So turn that mindset of jealousy of, what am I doing wrong? Or why is this person achieving more than me? To actually, this person's working really hard and doing really well for themselves. Maybe I could learn something from that and take that into my own content and to my own feedback as well. Point number 3 that we're going to be speaking about in the don'ts for streaming and content creation is, don't let numbers overtake your mindset in what you're doing. You hear endless stories of people that don't see the views or they don't see the numbers that they want to see, and they put up this mental block in that they don't feel like they're achieving enough. If you start seeing reds, work on things, work on things in the background. End of the day, if you're live and on stream, you can't control who's coming in and out of your channel anyway. So there's no point worrying about it. The best thing to do is not worry about the people who are outside of your channel, but worry about the people who are there, the people that are taking the time to come and watch you and to support your content. At that point of time, they are the celebrities in your chat, and they're the ones that you should be focusing on. After the stream, if you want to kind of, get down with, the summaries of your channel and how many views you picked up, have a look at how it fits in your overall goals, fine, that's the best place to do it. But during the channel, don't get down about view counts. If it helps, turn it off. Don't even look at it. Focus on your content, make content, because that's what people come to see in the first place. Point number 4 in the don'ts for streaming is not allowing trolls and malicious people to come in and drop your mindset. Having a good mod team, and this refers to streaming more than anything else, by the way, having a good mod team and having a good rule set for when people first come into your channel and have to read the rules before they come in is key. If you find that your content is quite adult based, make sure you've got your 18 plus sign on there as well. And if people choose to then not go by the rules, or people come in and they don't follow anything that you've suggested as a guideline, then that's on them. Don't be scared to drop the ban hammer. Don't be scared to time people up, because at the end of the day, if you want to set a positive standard, then you need to make sure that your mods know and that you know the level that you want to be at. Make sure you punish people that don't fit to that standard, or people that are trying to ruin the vibe of your stream, because if you allow it to go unchecked, it will affect the mood of the channel. So don't be scared to put your foot down. Don't be scared to outline exactly what it is that you want to achieve from that, and know exactly what it is that you want to pick up as a streamer and the way you want your stream to be run. The final point that we're going to be speaking about as a don't for streaming is not cutting corners. Natural growth is always the best, no matter how long it takes, and it does take a lot longer. Not cutting corners is essential. End of the day, if you've achieved something and you've not cut any corners to get there, you've done it via hard work, passion, and the reason that you probably first started streaming in the first place, either for fun or to make it to a potential career one day. That is the best way, and you can truly say to yourself, I did this because I worked hard for it, not because I inflated a view account, or not because I've cheated away around this, or I've used the success of someone else to get to where I am now, kind of walked all over somebody. Work hard, stick to the natural growth route, believe in your content, be unique, post clips out there, get videos out there, show people what it is that you're all about, show people what it is that you bring to streaming and what you bring to the platform, and I guarantee in the long run you'll feel a lot better when you achieve things. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for checking out my top 5 do's, top 5 don'ts for streaming and content creation. Appreciate you for checking the video out. You can find all my links below for all my social media. Thank you so much. Take care and have a great day.